I didn't really make a real New Year's resolution, but last year my New Year's resolution was to lose weight, and I did lose weight, but I gained it all back, so.
Like these celebrities.
Yeah! Oh my gosh.
Hello, hello.
Boys wearing flip-flops, ugly. Bye.
So first, I've met Magic Johnson, which is probably like my fun fact when people ask me what my fun fact is. I've met Magic Johnson because he gave a talk to like local kids basketball teams, and you know me, 5 feet tall, I was a real baller in elementary school, you know. So I met Magic Johnson.
I got retweeted by Carl from Shameless once, but that I didn't meet him.
So my dad played basketball in college, and then he played overseas. But he was a really big deal at his school, not to ride on his clout or anything. He went to Lehigh University, and a couple years ago they played Duke in the NCAA tournament, and it was like first seed versus the 16th seed, I believe that's how it is. And they were playing right here in Greensboro, and like I said, since my dad was a big deal, they're like, hey, we know you live like an hour away, do you want these free tickets? And my dad was like, all right, and then he brought me. So it was me in my little Lehigh shirt, my dad in his Lehigh shirt, and one other person that we saw outside the lobby waiting area thing. And this guy comes up to my dad, because they're the only ones wearing a Lehigh shirt, and they're talking yeah, when did you go to school? And my dad was like, I went to 84 through 88, and the guy was like, oh, so you went during the Queenan years? And then my dad goes, actually, I'm Darren Queenan.
My twin brother and I were at this, it was like CMT, music thing, I don't know, with Derek Rucker, and somehow or another we ended up on his tour bus, and before the show, and you know, they were just doing normal things like playing Madden on a giant big screen TV. It was taking up, I swear, half of the tour bus, and we were just kind of standing there by the door super uncomfortable to be there, and I feel like everyone was just looking at us who are these people and why are they here? So that was weird.
So I guess he's more of a local celebrity to people from Richmond, Virginia, but he was the coach of VCU's basketball team when they went to the Final Four, Shaka Smart. And when I played basketball, I would go to the Siegel Center, which is where they play, and do tournaments, and he was in the hallway talking to someone, and we recognized him, and the janitor gave us legal pad paper so he could sign it for us, and he told us he would only give us autographs on the condition that we told no one he was there.
So if you're from Maryland, there's this famous Viner. I have just a long history with this Viner, and his name is Jimmy Merle, and he's the one that does the Vine, for anyone who doesn't know him, where he's like, I'm tired of this fake-ass school with all these fake-ass people. And then this girl walks by him, and she's like, hey. And then he goes, hey. So I was waiting in line for the porta potties, and I'm listening to the people in front of me, and I'm like, they sound really familiar. I know those voices. And so I get a closer look, and it's his friends Liz and Coco. And they're not even famous, and I tap their shoulder, and I'm like, oh my God, you guys are Liz and Coco. Meanwhile, we're in line for a porta potty.
Recently, I was in New York, and my roommate is a huge Pentatonics fan, and I also love Pentatonics, just not that much. We went, and so we're sitting down or whatever in the theater. She's like, I have to go to the bathroom. I'm like, I don't want to miss the opening act. I have to go to the bathroom. I was like, okay, so I was just sitting there on the end of the row, and who comes and sits down right next to us, but one of the members of Pentatonics, and it's her favorite member, and it's Scott, if you know that.
I'm a huge fan of the leather jacket trend. I love that because I don't have a leather jacket because I'm poor, but they're really cute, and everyone who wears them looks like a bad so keep doing you, girls, and I guess guys if they want to wear leather jackets too. Oh my God, trends that I miss. Limited 2, RIP. That was literally so much better than Justice, and I want you to know that 10-year-old me boycotted Justice, and I only own 1 shirt from Justice in my entire life. Childhood trends that I'm happy that are back, Crocs. I have the sticker on my laptop that says, if you ain't crockin', you ain't rockin'. Wait, no, it says you crock my world. I love my Crocs.
And Crocs, people are bringing back Crocs. I'm sorry about it, but those are so ugly. Those belonged in 3rd grade. Keep them there. I don't care, sis. They are shower shoes.
I don't know if it ever really went away, but I needed to just like permanently like go away, is like wallabies. So when I was in like middle school, all right, wallabies were the thing. Everyone had them, all right? And my parents were like, why do you want these? These were popular when we were children. Like, these should not be coming back. Like, they're so ugly. Like, they're the ugliest shoes. And I was like, well, everyone has them. Like, I just want them, like, wear them to school, whatever. And I very quickly stopped wearing them after middle school because it was like, why? Like, nobody wore them anymore. Like, why? And then I got to college. And it was like everyone was wearing wallabies again.
Pre-pubescent, like Justin Bieber hair, where like it was just like flow, like almost on the verge of bowl cut, because like my middle school self was like, yeah, that's a pretty cool haircut. Like I can pull that off. And like I look back on pictures now and I'm like, oh, like, oh my God, no.
Childhood trends that I wish will never ever come back. I seriously hope, because I feel like you only wear these when you're a little kid, and when you're like an adult is Bermuda shorts. Never in my life do I ever want to be caught dead in another pair of Bermuda shorts. I know it's eventually gonna happen, but no, not a fan.
Socks and sweatpants, like that's repulsive to me. Like that pisses me off to no end. Do you know what I'm talking about?
When they tuck it in.
When they tuck it in.
Oh, I hate that.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what's the point of that?
My college visit here was, I mean, it was kind of uneventful. I remember it rained and my favorite pair of sandals broke, which was really disappointing. And my dad also went here, so the whole time on the tour, they'd like say something, the tour guide would say something, and he would just be like, well, when I went here, we had a bar in Russell House or something. And, you know, it was just like, okay, cool, Dad, like, stop embarrassing me.
So I visited JMU, which was the other college I was deciding between, in like the mountains of Virginia. And it was like March, and we were just walking around. All of a sudden, it literally starts sleeting while we were touring the school. I literally, like, it started sleeting, and I literally said to my mom, I was like, Mom, and she was like, what? And I was like, go Cox. And that's how I decided to come to USC.
The first time I ever like visited a college, like where like I wasn't with my parents and I was like going to have fun, was like my junior year of high school. And I went to Virginia Tech, and I was like staying with like family friends, and like I went with like my good friend, and oh my God, just like all around, just like a crazy experience. So like literally we slept in like, it wasn't a frat house, but it was like one of those houses that's like a frat house, but like not like officially a frat house. And I slept on like the leather couch, you know, just like my young junior year self, like didn't know any better, because like that probably was like really disgusting, honestly, but I was like, yeah, like college. And then like, so obviously just had myself a day and had myself a night, and I woke up the next morning, and we were like, I was like, because I was still like interested in the college, so I was like, oh, like, and my friend was like gonna show us around. And so I woke up and I was like, okay, like, you're fine, you got this, like, you can pull through. And we were in like, it was one of their quads, and there was something going on. It was a Sunday morning. There were like parents driving by, like people visiting on tours and stuff. I just, like, while she was showing us around, I just started projectile vomiting in like the quad, and like all these people are like walking by taking pictures. It was just insane.
One of my friends came a few weeks ago, and we went to Tio's, and she couldn't really handle herself. And we ended up like coming back and like having a good time, whatever. And she threw up all over my bath mat, my white bath mat, all of her Tio's, and like refried beans. They were just, yeah, it was so nasty. But I did get all the stains out of my bath mat because I really didn't want to go get a new one. I had to watch it like 4 times. I at one point was like just laying in my bed. I was like, okay, is she gonna get any better? And then I heard my shower on. So I was like, are you okay? And she was just like, yeah. And I opened the shower curtain and she's just like laying in the shower, like with the bath mat. And like the tub is filling up, but the shower is running. It was super weird.
Like I got I visited my friend at UVA and I got really good crab cakes at this restaurant. Spent $20 on those crab cakes, but they were so good.